Look, pay close attention here because I'm going to be completely honest with you. The absolute easiest thing I've ever done in my entire life was make $1 million. Yeah, you heard me right. But the hardest, most agonizing part, the part that literally almost drove me crazy during this whole journey, was convincing myself that I actually deserved that number. It was forcing my brain to believe that this massive success could happen to me. Today, we are tearing down those comfortable little lies you've been fed your whole life. We're going to dissect this incredible power that the outside world looks at and calls madness or delusion, but is actually the ultimate engine for creating your reality. Okay, let's dive into this explainer.
So, is the impossible just a massive lie?
Spoiler alert?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a lie that you are buying into right at this very second. I mean, think about it. You're sitting there right now, super comfortable, probably sipping on some mint tea, absolutely terrified of what your cousin, your neighbor, or some random miserable guy on the internet who can't even spell his own name right is going to think of you. You're literally paralyzed by the fear of other people's opinions. Meanwhile, there is someone else out there, someone the world points at and calls completely crazy, and they are out there stealing your dream right from under your nose. Why? Not because they have a higher IQ, not because they have better resources, but simply because they had the guts to believe in themselves while you were busy trying to please everybody else. It's kind of hilarious, but also a little tragic, right? On one side, we have the safe dreamer. And let's be real, this is the trap that like 99% of the planet falls into. You're waiting around for that guaranteed, super safe job your mom always wanted for you, thinking that playing it safe is going to protect you. But then, on the flip side, we've got the delusional achiever. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, every highly successful person has a massive, healthy dose of this positive delusion. They walk around acting like they already own the world. If I woke up today and said, hey, I'm going to play in the NBA, people would laugh, right? Their limited logic says it's impossible. But my supreme belief is going to crash right into their limited logic, and guess what? Every single time, my belief wins.
Your belief literally has to crush the limitations the world tries to put on you. And let's frame this so-called delusion correctly for a second, because I'm not talking about arrogance here. No, when we look at this through our Islamic faith, this unapologetic belief is actually the peak of husn al-dhan billah, having beautiful, positive expectations of God. It's you having complete, utter trust that the creator of this entire universe is more than capable of taking your impossible goal and turning it into a physical reality. You generate immense power when you first believe that your efforts aren't going to just vanish into thin air and that you will absolutely be rewarded for them.
Which brings us to a shocking, undeniable mathematical fact. And I want you to carve this number into your brain right now. 0%. That is the exact survival rate of this life. Nobody makes it out alive. Literally, the minute you were born, things got risky. Marriage? Risky. Having kids? A risk. Investing? Risky. Man, even crossing this street is a risk. The whole shebang is a risk. So this paralyzing, terrifying fear you have of failing, of not hitting your goal, of looking like a total idiot while chasing your passion, it is completely ridiculous. You literally have absolutely nothing to lose. Zero. And this brilliantly illustrates the real math of taking risks. I mean, you could be a coward. You could make 8 safe, guaranteed bets in your entire life, fail at 1, and hit 7. Good job, champ, right? Wrong. Or you could step into your destiny, take 100 massive, bold, terrifying leaps, and hit 80 of them. Our Creator commanded us to strive, to put in the work, to take those massive leaps. What's expected of you is to go for the 100 and get the 80. Instead of shrinking in the corner like a scared cat just to get a safe 7 out of 8. Please don't come back to us with safe bets.
But here is the biggest trap of all. You have to protect your dream from the thief living inside your own mind. We spend way too much time worrying about the haters outside, but the real threat? It's completely internal. Forget the mugger on the street trying to steal your wallet. You need to worry about the thief in your head trying to steal your future. See, your brain is wired to keep you safe, so it just makes up these catastrophic, overly dramatic, frankly hilarious scenarios. Oh, what if I put in 10 years of work and fail? What if everyone laughs at me? What if I fail and my cat judges me with those judgy little eyes? Listen, these imaginary scenarios literally evaporate the second you actually sit down and start doing the work, night after night. Let me tell you exactly what this looks like in the real world. Imagine this incredibly famous content creator. When he launched his first ever live stream, he had exactly 1 viewer. Yep, just 1. Week 2, he hit a massive 4 viewers. Week 3, 8. Week 4, 20 viewers. I mean, most people you know would have quit by week 2 and just cried in the corner, but he absolutely refused to. He just kept grinding, putting in the hard work night after night, and by the end of his first year, crowned Streamer of the Year.
Relentless consistency and a stubborn refusal to quit, that is literally the only line separating the dreamers from the actual doers.
So the real secret here is how you actually mute all that negativity and finally take the leap. It's an epic battle between your ambitious soul and your terrified brain. To win, you've got to immediately stop asking for permission from ordinary minds. When you're standing right there on the edge, your brain is going to be screaming at you to step back. But your soul is going to whisper for you to jump. Trust your soul. Accept the fact that you have absolutely nothing to lose, because like we said, life is already one giant risk. Always remember the people who built massive empires, like the Amazon founders, from nothing simply because they jumped into the unknown. When people judge your massive goals, they are just using their own limited logic. You have to reinvent yourself and completely tune out their noise.
Okay, we need to clear up a massive, catastrophic misunderstanding right now. The internet absolutely loves talking about manifesting like it's some kind of cheap magic trick. You know, you just sit on your couch, think some happy thoughts, ask the universe for a red Ferrari, and then just wait for it to drop through your ceiling. I mean, that is a hilarious level of passivity and laziness. Let's reframe this entirely through our proper Islamic lens. True reality creation, it's absolute, unwavering certainty, yaqeen, combined with a relentless, maniacal, sleep-depriving effort, sigh. And then, you leave the ultimate results completely up to the creator. It's all about the grueling work, night after night, dedicating yourself to your craft, with the unshakable trust that God never wastes the reward of someone who puts in the work.
Okay, let's move to this next part and see how this all builds together. How do we actually create this reality? It takes 3 core steps. Step 1, husn dhan. Cultivate absolute trust and positive expectation. You have to believe in your success way before anyone else in the world does. Step 2, insane sa'i. Put in an unnatural, maniacal amount of daily effort toward your goal. You quite literally have to act like a maniac for your dreams. Step 3, uncompromising patience. Stand your ground no matter what the critics say. Because, and here's the real secret, the battle isn't just about achieving the dream. The character you build, the grit you develop in this process, that is actually way more important than the dream itself.
Listen to me very closely right now. The word impossible should literally be deleted from your vocabulary. The whole madness around the concept of impossibility is just a cheap lie, sold to you by people who gave up on their own dreams way too easily. All the power lies in your perspective. Your perspective can either be the prison that keeps you chained up in fear, or it can be your passport that launches you into your absolute full potential. Break that word down and wipe it out. You have to shift your reality and take the director's chair in your own life. You are the star of your show. You're the director, you're the writer, you are the whole shebang.
And look, if you're still hesitating, if you are still trying to play it safe, I want you to picture this incredibly brutal, terrifying scene. Imagine you're at the very end of your life, lying on your deathbed, and standing around your bed are all the dreams, the ideas, the unique talents that God gave to you and only you. And they are staring down at you with these wide, angry eyes, and they say, "We came to you. You were the only one who could have brought us to life. But because you were too much of a coward, because you were too scared to even try, now we have to die with you forever." Man, do not let that be your ending. I've never once regretted my failures. I've only ever regretted the things I didn't try.
So I'm asking you right now, and I'm looking directly at you. Stop living such a timid life. What if you actually put in the real effort? What if you totally ignored every single hater and doubter? What if you actually pull off a real miracle? The time is literally right now. Not tomorrow, not next year when you finally feel ready. Take the leap. Just jump. Either you're gonna fly, or you're gonna land on something soft, or you'll hit the ground hard and just stand right back up. You have an unbelievable amount of greatness inside you. Your life is nothing but the sum of your choices. So get up right now, send this explainer to someone who desperately needs a wake-up call, and go start building your dream this exact second.